exactly who is he? And what can we tell you about LeBron James?
LeBron James is the best high school basketball player I have ever seen. And I think as a 17-year-old, he's better than Kobe Bryant was at the same age.
LeBron James just redirected the entire NBA landscape with an unexpected free agency decision. Forget Cleveland, Miami, or Golden State. He chose Philadelphia, delivering a sports headline that stops the entire basketball world. LeBron James is hunting another title, joining the front court rotation in Philadelphia. On July 4, 2026, he signed a 2-year, $8 million veteran minimum contract with the Philadelphia 76ers. This capped off a 3-week free agency saga that had front offices holding their breath. The immediate reaction? While local fans are thrilled to add his elite playmaking to Philly, the internet went into total meltdown. We are analyzing the fallout, looking closely at how his gravity alters the court spacing, and why this move sparked massive controversy. This transition reshapes the Eastern Conference hierarchy, starting with an announcement that stunned everyone. To understand this, look back a month. Team executives were waiting on his decision. Would he return to Cleveland to run their offense? Would he rejoin Miami's defensive system, or share the court with Steph Curry's spacing in Golden State? Analysts search for clues daily. They dissected every casual social media post and every brief statement from Rich Paul. Cleveland and Miami were seen as the clear frontrunners, with Golden State lurking as a potential perimeter partner. Instead, James chose to bring his legendary high post passing to the Philadelphia 76ers. Then on a Friday morning, Shams Charania broke the news. Philadelphia landed LeBron James on a 2-year minimum deal, instantly upgrading their half-court execution and championship hopes. LeBron quickly followed up with a social media statement, laying bare his basketball motivations for this final chapter. He explained that this is his final move. He is not choosing money or family, asking what he is really playing for. He still wants to sacrifice, work, and grind, keeping his focus entirely on competing at the highest level. He wants another shot at a title, adding that he believes his playmaking can elevate Philadelphia into a true contender. He aims to make the 76ers a legitimate threat, expressing excitement to feed off the energy of a new fan base. It is the ultimate farewell tour, with his elite floor vision now heading to the Eastern Conference. At 41, preparing for his 24th season on a minimum contract, he is bringing his veteran savviness to Philadelphia. This franchise marks the 4th destination of his historic career, where his passing will anchor their offensive sets. One final run, though the reception is highly polarized. Before analyzing the tactical critics, let's look at the initial reactions. We have to look at the immediate on-air reaction from Stephen A. Smith, who offered just a single powerful word. Just one word. Shock. As disappointed fans flooded social media to debate his legacy, Stephen A. offered a completely different perspective on the move. His surprise was deeply rooted in the logistics and expectations of where the superstar would finish his career. Stephen A. admitted he expected LeBron to return to Cleveland to run their half-court offense one last time, saying he was shocked, assuming that a move back east meant returning home to the Cavaliers. It seemed unlikely he would hint at a reunion with Cleveland, only to sign with a conference rival instead. Choosing the 76ers was a massive surprise, and honestly, that perspective makes complete sense. This is the same LeBron James who was visibly emotional during a Cleveland tribute video just months ago. Yet, he bypassed them for Philly. It is a long way from his famous cry that Cleveland, this is for you. During that tribute, he wiped his face with his jersey before using a towel to dry his eyes. He sat on the bench, visibly moved by his history there. That happened just a few months back. Nostalgia felt guaranteed, but basketball fit and championship potential won out over sentiment. Now, Cleveland fans are left dealing with the fallout. It is a massive disappointment for the franchise. Beyond the court, there is a real emotional toll to this unexpected signing. If you expected the local fan base to accept this move quietly, you completely misjudged the situation. For many local supporters, this decision feels like a direct insult to the city. He remains a legendary figure for bringing them a title. But this exit leaves the franchise in an incredibly difficult position. By delaying his decision, he locked up Cleveland's cap space and paralyzed their front office, preventing them from pursuing other key free agents to rebuild their rotation. That part is brutal and frankly accurate. The Cavaliers essentially froze their entire off-ice roster construction, waiting on LeBron instead of securing floor spacing. And what did they get in return? Nothing. To make it worse, Mike Gansey, the architect of their roster depth, left Cleveland to run things in Philadelphia. The work starts today. We have to map out defensive rotations and fix our transition defense in the coming months. 2 days after the 76ers got swept in 4 games by the Knicks in the second round of the playoffs in May. Struggling against physical defense, managing partner Josh Harris fired team executive Daryl Morey. In late May, the 76ers hired Cavaliers general manager Mike Gansey to replace Morey and rebuild their half-court offense, with former Golden State Warriors general manager Bob Myers playing a major role in consulting on the front office hire. Think about that. The Cavs lost their own general manager to Philly, and then he immediately acquired Jaylen Brown and LeBron James to create a high-gravity spacing engine in under 2 months. As one local writer posted, former Cleveland general manager Mike Gansey spent just 2 months in Philly and secured both Jaylen Brown and LeBron James to anchor their perimeter offense. But is this a bad look for Cleveland? Yeah, it definitely is. Still, some local fans took a much more measured approach, with one writing, at the end of the day, LeBron knows he will always have Cleveland support, whether he suits up here or somewhere else. Back in 2016, he delivered on that historic promise, and honestly, I made my peace with him never playing for Cleveland again after 2018. He will retire as a Cavalier, mark my words. That is the perspective of a true loyalist, but not everyone was feeling that relaxed about it. Far from it. Just look at Charles Barkley's reaction. Now this is where the off-season drama gets genuinely entertaining. We are talking about Charles Barkley, a Philadelphia franchise icon who played 8 seasons there before winning his MVP with the Phoenix Suns. Naturally, you would expect Chuck to be celebrating the news, right? Wrong. The former Philly star sat down with Stephen A. Smith on July 24th, right after LeBron James announced he was joining the 76ers to chase a championship with a newly spaced-out half-court offense. But instead of being thrilled that his old franchise now has the perfect roster and defensive rotations to challenge for a title, Barkley expressed his frustration with the decision, pointing to the exact same criticism he has leveled against LeBron James for his entire career. He always hunts for stacked rosters with elite floor spacing shooters. And the way Barkley opened the interview was priceless. He said, "I was doing fine until you guys ruined my day. I was literally heading out to the golf course. I had to turn right back around because this doofus made his announcement. Seriously, do not interrupt my summer schedule." He called the league's biggest star a doofus on live television. Now that is a reaction. I was heading straight to the golf course, but I had to turn around because this doofus dropped his decision. But here is where Barkley's actual basketball critique landed, and it hits hard whether you root for LeBron or not. Since Cleveland and Miami were considered the clear front runners, Chuck admitted he was stunned that James chose Philadelphia over a familiar homecoming. He was stunned initially, explaining that he really wanted to see the forward return to Cleveland. He has no history with the 76ers or the Warriors. He should have gone back and done the Miami thing. I could honestly accept it if he chose to go back to Miami, but he has zero connection to Philly or Golden State. So, I was just hoping he would make the move. I was really hoping he would return to Cleveland. And that legacy-defining argument Barkley always brings up against LeBron surfaced almost immediately. Chuck argued that even if Philadelphia managed to end their 43-year championship drought with this newly assembled roster, the narrative that LeBron relies on stacking his rosters with elite talent will still persist. LeBron remains one of the most polarizing figures in sports history, and one specific piece of criticism that has followed his entire professional career is that he only plays on rosters with perfect spacing. Now watch Skip Bayless go nuclear. And if you thought Barkley's take was harsh, Skip Bayless was preparing to completely set the internet on fire. Within just hours of the decision dropping, Bayless posted a reaction that sent major shockwaves online. Bayless tweeted out congratulations to LeBron, calling it the obvious ring-chasing choice to join the favorites in the Eastern Conference. Then he doubled down on his show, claiming this move was not about basketball happiness, but strictly about chasing championships. Which roster offered LeBron James the clear best setup to win his fifth or even a sixth championship? From the very beginning, it was clearly the Philadelphia 76ers. Skip Bayless faced intense backlash online after questioning how effectively LeBron James can run late-game isolation plays as he enters his 24th season in the league. Posting on social media right after the massive roster decision, Bayless mockingly analyzed the clutch rotation and suggested that James would be near the bottom of the list when Philly needs someone to take a contested, last-second shot in a close game. He even shared a ranking of who should run the final possession for Philly, writing, "Now, who takes the shot? Who takes the Sixers' final possession shot? Option 1, Maxey. Option 2, Jaylen Brown. Option 3, Embiid. 4, Edgecombe. 5, Simons. 6, Phelan. 7, Wade. 8, James." He actually ranked LeBron James dead last, 8th on his own team in late-game isolation situations. The four-time NBA champion still holds the record for the most game-winning buzzer beaters in postseason history with 5. Naturally, this had basketball fans immediately going to war with Skip in the replies. Just another typical day of controversy for Bayless. Pretty convenient, right? The LeBron and Jaylen Brown dynamic is the real elephant in the room. This team chemistry drama has everyone genuinely curious. Forget talking heads shouting about ring chasing. This is a real, deeply personal, unresolved beef, because LeBron James and his new teammate Jaylen Brown share a history that is not exactly warm and fuzzy. It goes back to 2024, the Las Vegas Summer League, when Brown told Angel Reese and Kaiser Gondrezick that he did not think Bronny was a pro. Captured on camera, that moment went viral instantly. And though Brown tried to clear the air on social media, he only addressed the moment on X without directly confirming that interpretation. He posted that having your son alongside you in the NBA is a major flex, but LeBron did not forget. Fast forward to February 2026. Following a Lakers loss to the Celtics, a reporter asked LeBron about his relationship with Jaylen Brown. LeBron responded with an ice-cold delivery and a smile, saying their relationship has been pretty respectful, outside of the comments he made about Bronny at Summer League. But other than that, they have been all right. Then asked if they could get past it. He said they would be all right, repeating that they will be fine. He noted that Brown went on social media to address it, adding that it is all good, even if Bronny has a long way to go on his developmental path. Throughout that exchange with the reporter, James kept flashing smiles, showing that while he remembered those comments, he did not seem to hold any serious ill will against the former Boston Celtic. But here is where things get messy, causing some real anxiety among Philly fans. The moment the 76ers registered interest in LeBron James, sources close to Brown now say the beef is squashed. Brown himself immediately celebrated the signing by posting on social media that they should throw the ball up. But that lingering tension affect their offensive chemistry when games actually matter? That is the question no one can answer yet. Now let's look at Kevin Garnett's black hole warning and Vince Carter's massive take. These are two incredibly polarizing takes from retired NBA legends. First up is Kevin Garnett, and KG did not hold back at all. He warned that if LeBron goes to Philly, it becomes a circus, noting there is only one ball to go around. He wonders if those pieces can coexist on the floor, especially with Embiid still ascending as a dominant force. The big fella might feel some type of way, warning that once players enter the black hole, they rarely come back out, referring directly to the Joel Embiid black hole, where possessions often end in isolation rather than ball movement. Specifically, once the ball goes to Embiid in the low post, his scoring gravity stops ball reversal and limits kick-out passes. And KG is not wrong. Managing that high usage rate will be a challenge for their half-court spacing and execution. The 76ers and head coach Nick Nurse must work through serious offensive integration and spacing issues this season. Social media is flooded with claims that the overlapping usage rates of these star players will ruin team flow, proving this roster won't work. But then there is Vince Carter, who dropped a take that had people spitting out their drinks. Hosting a podcast with his cousin Tracy McGrady, Carter did not sugarcoat his analysis. He literally called the entire setup cheating, explaining that if LeBron joins them, it is unfair because he can conserve energy while still being elite, meaning an opponent's fifth best defender has to guard an elite scoring threat. That creates an unfair defensive mismatch, and Hall of Famer Vince Carter labeled LeBron's free agency choice as cheating. That is a bold perspective you rarely hear. But consider this, because the combined career scoring averages of LeBron, Jaylen Brown, Joel Embiid, and Tyrese Maxey total over 123 points per game. We have truly never seen a projected starting lineup with this level of individual gravity and scoring punch. So perhaps Carter has a valid point. But then Kevin Durant fired back, entering the chat. Because while critics were hammering LeBron from all angles, KD jumped on his social media account to fight heavily for his peer. Within hours of the announcement, the Easy Money Sniper username was spotted under several posts actively defending King James's latest decision, directly challenging fans who argued this team hop hurts his legacy compared to past legends. KD refused to keep quiet. KD wrote that we are knee-deep in the jealous fan era, firing back at critics of on-court play, comparing LeBron's spacing and scoring versatility to Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant. Then, targeting a specific fan who was laying into LeBron, Durant replied that people are too emotional, adding that how LeBron navigates defenses and moves on court does not hurt anyone. How people feel does not change his historic statistical output and playmaking efficiency. Fans do not know this man on a personal level, yet they harbor personal disdain like he ruined their lives. And Durant was far from finished with his defense. He added that fans should shut up and watch, noting that every player in this league is chasing rings, high-volume shot attempts, or contract money. KD has faced that exact ring-chasing criticism himself since joining Golden State in 2016 to optimize his perimeter spacing and shot creation. So he understands that external noise better than anyone. And honestly, his point about professional motivations is hard to dispute. Shaquille O'Neal had already weighed in days before the signing, suggesting LeBron hunt another championships by joining a ready-made roster. Shaq added that once career-long stamina fades, playing is over, suggesting potential spots like Miami, Golden State, or even Philadelphia. Well, Shaq called those potential landing spots. But first, the Miami Heat YouTube blunder. Wait, there is more. Because before the official front office announcement went live, the Miami Heat accidentally lit the entire internet on fire themselves. 3 days before LeBron's ultimate decision, the public discovered that the Miami Heat social media department was already working ahead. On July 21st, a scheduled live stream link titled LeBron James Introductory Press Conference went live on the platform, dated July 27, 2026, on the Heat's official channel, sending screenshots flying across social media feeds. It spread quickly, and fans went wild, convinced Miami had accidentally leaked the biggest free agency signing of the year. A Heat spokesperson later told ESPN Shams Charania that the broadcast link was simply a system error, claiming their digital department was merely preparing graphic templates for the potential of James signing with them. The scheduled stream for the LeBron James press conference on July 27, 2026, went up early on July 21st, creating a highly convenient blunder that lit up team forums and basketball news circles. Yet, July 27th made little sense for Miami to introduce James, considering front office logistics at the time. Reports from the Miami Herald confirmed that team president Pat Riley was traveling and not returning to Miami. Until August, the link went live, fans erupted, the post vanished, and then 3 days later, LeBron announced his decision to sign with Philadelphia instead, leaving Miami's digital department looking for a long vacation. To make things even wilder, the Philadelphia Police Department joined the social media frenzy, posting a parody graphic of a LeBron James introductory press conference with their local police department, mocking the exact layout of Miami's original leak as online communities turned the blunder into a massive meme. Talk about wild marketing. But what was the real basketball reason LeBron chose the 76ers over other suitors? Beyond basic roster construction and chasing rings, the behind-the-scenes details are highly tactical. According to his agent, Rich Paul, in a candid interview following the decision, the deciding factor that pushed LeBron to commit was aligning with his family, his wife, Savannah, his daughter, Juri, and his sons, Bronny and Bryce, who have constantly supported his drive and deep obsession with on-court excellence. LeBron had spent 8 years established in the Los Angeles market, moving his family back to the East Coast for the final chapter of his playing career was a massive transition. Paul revealed the final choice came together around 1 o'clock in the morning, just hours before the public announcement. Running on zero sleep, Paul called it a pure basketball decision, noting that almost nobody at this elite level, with this much historic success, still possesses the drive to grind through long seasons. It shows a deep obsession with mastering court tactics and winning games. Then, there was the critical pick-and-roll partnership with Joel Embiid. A month prior, LeBron and Joel Embiid met privately in Los Angeles for 2 hours, mapping out their two-man game. LeBron asked Embiid directly about his physical status, knowing they needed elite rim protection to anchor their defense. Insider Brandon "Scoop" B. Robinsons reported that Philadelphia had held serious internal discussions about managing their future around Embiid's health. But with the 76ers landing LeBron James on a 2-year contract, they gain a primary playmaker to run the half-court offense, easing the scoring burden and physical wear on Embiid. This signing pairs Embiid's low post gravity with LeBron's transition playmaking, instantly launching them into Eastern Conference title contention for their first championship since 1983, ending a 43-year title drought and putting immense pressure on. Philadelphia has never seen a roster with this much structural gravity. Derek Fisher defends LeBron, reigniting the greatest of all-time debate. But here is the catch. For every critic calling this move pure ring chasing, former players are pushing back hard with a counter-argument that carries real tactical weight. 5-time champion Derek Fisher went on the record to defend LeBron's right to chase a title. His take was actually pretty thought-provoking. Fisher asked, "Is it ring chasing when you are the guy who creates the ring? Just look back at league history. It is never about what team the guy plays for. It is entirely about where he is, not the city or the team." Lou Alcindor, later Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, never chased rings wherever he went. The rings followed. It is the same. When you study the history of all the greats, rings gravitate to wherever they plant their feet. That is a powerful refrain when you actually think about it. Kareem made the move from Milwaukee to Los Angeles and won 5 titles with the Lakers. Is that ring chasing, or is it greatness finding the right environment to produce championships? The greatest of all-time debate is now fully back on the table. If the 76ers lift the Larry O'Brien Trophy, Fisher's point will gain serious traction and validity. LeBron did not chase a ring. The ring simply followed one of the greatest players this game has ever seen. Over in Philadelphia, the reaction was nothing short of pure euphoria. The Pennsylvania governor even celebrated the news by proclaiming July 24th as LeBron James Day in the state. Eagles running back Saquon Barkley immediately sent LeBron an open golf invitation. Drivers were actually pulling over on the highway just to honk their horns, sporting shirts with LeBron James's number on them, shouting that, "Yeah, all the LeBron fans are here." Reporters heard from friends, witnessing total strangers hugging on the sidewalk with tears streaming down their faces. The city of brotherly love has officially gone completely and utterly crazy for the king. Now for the ultimate championship or bust reality check. Can this newly constructed group actually win it all? Because the skepticism goes far deeper than simple ring chasing. Strip away the media noise, and there is a massive tactical concern that even LeBron's biggest supporters cannot ignore. First, you have LeBron James playing high-leverage minutes at 41 years old. Then, you have Joel Embiid, whose injury record and heavy physical burden make any front office lose sleep. You have Jaylen Brown, formerly Boston's top option, now forced to adjust his off-ball gravity as a third or fourth option. And you have Tyrese Maxey and VJ Edgecombe, who two of the league's most dynamic threats, who typically require high on-ball usage to bend defensive rotations and stay effective. While age, health, and a complicated offensive hierarchy pose real structural challenges, the Sixers spent this summer transforming from a fringe play-in squad into a legitimate, high-gravity title contender. If nothing else, they have engineered a window to chase LeBron's fifth championship and Embiid's first. Coach Nick Nurse faces a massive tactical puzzle, especially with the Eastern Conference shaping up as a brutal defensive grind for the 2026 to 2027 season. The New York Knicks are the defending champions, while Miami just added Giannis Antetokounmpo to secure their interior defense. Powerhouses like Cleveland, Boston, Indiana, Detroit, and potentially a Kawhi Leonard-led Toronto squad all present distinct schematic matchups and perimeter shooting threats. With LeBron in Philly, the pressure to advance is immense, particularly after the Knicks swept them in the 2026 second round by exploiting their lack of wing depth and matching their physical to defensive rotations. Championship or bust, that is the direct mandate. At 41, with his legacy fully on the line, LeBron James consciously chose this high-stakes system and city to write the final chapter of the greatest career in basketball history. LeBron is a Philadelphia 76er, leaving the league in complete disarray. The 2026 to 2027 season cannot start soon enough. What shocked you most, the decision, the Cleveland heartbreak, Barkley's invite, or the Jaylen Brown drama? Tell us in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe to Hoops Rivals.